Take a deep breath. Allow yourself this moment to relax, to feel, and to reflect. Today, let's talk about something simple, yet so deep. Something that, at its core, connects us all, whether through love, memories, or even longing. Let's talk about fathers. Your father may have been your anchor, your guide, or perhaps someone you didn't always understand. Maybe your father was someone who showed you his love through words or through actions. Or maybe he was quieter, more distant, yet still a presence in your life. Fathers, in all their forms, shape us in ways we often don't notice until much later. Pause for a moment and let your thoughts settle. Think about what the word father means to you. For some, it brings a smile, a flood of warmth, memories of laughter, strength, and safety. For others, it may be a heavier thought. Maybe there's distance or pain there. Maybe the relationship was complicated, or maybe you're grieving a father who is no longer with you. I want you to know that all of your feelings are valid. Every single one. Whether you had a father who gave you everything or one who struggled to show you love, this moment is for you too. Because no matter what, we all have a story to tell when it comes to family. And when we look at our fathers, not through judgment but with curiosity and openness, we begin to see something important. Fathers are people. People who, like us, carry their own hopes, struggles, and imperfections. People who, deep down, want to love and be loved in the best way they know how. If your relationship with your father feels warm and full of love, take this time to cherish it, to feel gratitude for that gift. And if your connection feels strained or difficult, take this time to soften your heart, not for anyone else, but for yourself. Because you deserve peace. You deserve healing. Let this video be your space to reflect, to breathe, and to find something good. Today we will journey through thoughts about fathers, their love, their impact, and their quiet presence. You don't have to hold on to every word. Just let them flow over you like a gentle stream. And maybe by the end you'll feel just a little more at ease, a little more at peace. Let's begin. Take a moment to reflect on the small, simple moments that have stayed with you. These moments might not have seemed significant at the time, but they carry so much meaning. Think about a time your father was there. Perhaps it was the way he showed up for you, teaching you something, sharing a laugh, or simply being present. Maybe it was a hug when you needed one most, or a word of encouragement when you doubted yourself. These small gestures, though they might have felt ordinary, are the moments that shape us deeply. Do you remember the times he quietly taught you about life? It might have been how to ride a bike, how to solve a problem, or how to approach the world with confidence. Sometimes fathers teach us in unexpected ways, by how they live their own lives, through their strength, their resilience, and even their mistakes. These lessons aren't always spoken, but they're carried forward, shaping the person you've become. If you're fortunate to have warm memories, let them surface. Remember the way he smiled at you, the pride in his eyes when you achieved something, or the feeling of safety when he was near. These are treasures to hold close, small reminders of love and connection. But not all memories are easy. For some, there may be distance, misunderstandings, or pain. There may be things left unsaid or moments that never came. It's okay to feel sadness for what wasn't there. It's okay to wish things were different. Even in the hard memories, there is space for healing. Sometimes, understanding that a father is human, a person with his own struggles, fears, and limitations, can soften the weight of those feelings. It doesn't erase the pain, but it can bring a sense of clarity. Perhaps your father showed love in quiet ways, by working hard to provide, by supporting you from the background, or simply by being there, even if he didn't know how to say the words. And if he couldn't be what you needed, remember that you are still worthy of love and care. Think of the moments that make you smile, even if they are few. A time he cheered you on. A time he listened even for a little while. These moments, however small, are gifts. They remind us that love doesn't have to be perfect to be real. Every experience, whether it fills you with warmth or leaves a longing, has shaped you into who you are today. Those moments, both the light and the shadow, are a part of your story. And your story continues with the power to create more love, understanding, and peace. There is a kind of love that doesn't always need words. A kind of care that shows itself in actions, in consistency, in the quiet moments that so often go unnoticed. This is the love many fathers give. Not always loudly, not always perfectly, but in their own way. Think about the ways your father may have shown his care, even if he didn't say it outright. It could be the way he worked tirelessly to support you, the way he fixed things when they broke, or the way he stood beside you when you faced something difficult. Sometimes, love is a quiet presence, a steady hand on your shoulder, a silent understanding in his eyes. Even the smallest gestures carry so much meaning. Maybe he made sure the lights were left on for you when you came home late. Maybe he offered you advice that, at the time, you didn't fully understand, but now it echoes in your mind when you need it most. Perhaps he didn't always know how to express himself, but he tried in the ways he knew how. It's not always easy to see this quiet care, especially if the words we longed to hear were never spoken. But love can take many forms, and fathers often give it in ways that are shaped by their own experiences, their own pasts, and their own struggles. For some, this care may have felt distant or incomplete. If your father's love felt hard to find, know that it doesn't reflect your worth. Sometimes fathers carry their own wounds, hurts they never healed, lessons they were never taught, and it can shape how they show their love. This doesn't mean they didn't care. It just means they were human. If you had a father who was there for you, who did his best to love and support you, take a moment to feel gratitude for that. Let those memories fill you with warmth. And if your father wasn't able to be what you needed, it's okay to feel that sadness. It's okay to acknowledge the longing for something more. Even in the imperfections, there is value in understanding. Every father's love looks different, and not every father knows how to express it fully. But in their quiet care, even if it was flawed, there is often an intention to protect, to provide, to support. Reflect on the ways your father may have cared for you, even if they seemed small. And if those moments are hard to find, remember that you have the ability to nurture yourself with the love you deserve. You are enough just as you are. This quiet care, spoken or unspoken, complete or imperfect, has shaped you. It is part of your story, and your story has the power to bring you peace. Take a moment to let everything we've reflected on settle in your heart. The bond with a father, whether it's filled with warmth, complexity, or longing, is one of life's profound connections. It has the power to shape us, teach us, and even challenge us in ways that are deeply personal. If you feel gratitude for your father, let yourself lean into that feeling. Let it fill you with warmth and peace. Gratitude doesn't have to be grand or complicated. It can simply be a quiet thank you for a moment, a lesson, or even just his presence. Maybe you've already told him how much you appreciate him, or maybe today could be the day you find the courage to share those words. But what if your relationship with your father feels more complicated? What if it's full of questions, misunderstandings, or pain? That's okay. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Healing takes time, and it begins with understanding. Understanding your father as a person who, just like you, is navigating life with his own struggles, hopes, and fears. You don't have to excuse every action, but finding a small space in your heart for compassion can be a step toward healing. And if your father is no longer with you, know that his love, in whatever form it came, lives on in you. The lessons, the memories, and the strength you carry forward are a testament to that bond. Honor those pieces and honor yourself for the love and care you continue to nurture. Remember this: you are not defined by the challenges or imperfections in your relationship with your father. You are defined by how you choose to carry love forward, in your actions, in your relationships, and in the way you care for yourself. Take this moment to reflect on the gift of family in all its complexity. And as you go about your day, try to bring a little more understanding, a little more gratitude into your heart. These small shifts create a ripple effect of peace and positivity. If you found comfort in this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Together, we can explore more topics that bring warmth and healing to our lives. Whether it's about family, self-love, or finding peace in a noisy world, there's so much more to reflect on, and I'd love for you to be part of this journey. In fact, in one of our upcoming videos, we'll explore another meaningful connection: the bond between siblings and the lessons they bring into our lives. Every relationship has its own story, its own way of shaping who we are. Until then, take care of yourself. Carry these good thoughts with you. And remember, no matter where you are on your journey, you are loved, you are enough, and you are never alone.